Tonight, Kimyogata. Me dan patron berkelab, bosan chairperson introducing the finish. Bono siwat dan name domain and selalu fisheries. Team Green Frat, a nice party. Together we rise, building a stronger tomorrow. Yesterday's tomorrow is today. Without your effort from between yesterday and today, by Minokat Isla, kita rin now. With that bit of thank you, all executives plus all members of Sati helping long come up in this event. Number two, me like welcoming. Na topic Bahamas lo all guests doing me like accepting invitation now to join me. Mr. Erke Sifuma, thank you for joining me. Mr. Erke Sifuma, I know I'm got some very important something to talk, so I mean keep him speech short. He is a mentor and inspiration, father, a parent, Lodia. Itu plus tahu same time kita kat nanti stories. Misalnya saya nanti kita something, one thing you will understand. Nah, nen, emblok kibia, baru pasal kalau memang proses marketing apa bla nomine. Nah, itu thank you, join kita. Nah, dari Iburas kita start, thank you lokal. Baik teman. Mr. Former President Phil Foxy, welcome on board of PNG Airlines that joined me. I've been started here before as a student under the Department of Tourism, International Tourism. Now I'm come back joining me, but under a different category. He's a staff now. So we must look to him come tell the team member as parents and patrons for the club. I'll keep my speech short. And before I start, I'd like to welcome all the first years. Congratulations for making it into PNG NRI. Imi Paiman Law. Imi to welcome Lord brothers women and sisters, Council Moro, some sisters too. Thank you Lord, joining me plan na orientation students and breeding students. Thank you Lord. Paiman. I want to refer back to Islam. Team Green Fan. Leroy made mention of internal prayer, also we are the future of PNG. The change depends on us. Rising up is an objective, but how do we rise up? That's the question. Some of the things that we achieve in life, even in school, even in sports, soccer, for example, football, it's a teamwork. You have to work together. Without the togetherness, we cannot rise. If you like finishing school on a high note, yes, you can do it alone, but you can also achieve much better if you work together with your colleagues. Inside the football team, you like play inside the finals or even be the winner at the end of the season. You have to work together, commit yourself. Leadership is not just about someone being in a position of authority. Leadership is about taking the initiative as an individual to behave accordingly, to commit yourself. You're leading yourself first. And the more you do that, positive vibes go out. Some other people will see the good things happening in your life or do correct change. So look somebody as a leader. So leadership starts at an individual level. So in order to rise to whatever the objectives we want to achieve, our tomorrow can be the end of the semester. Either you pass or you fail at the end of the semester, that's one tomorrow. Or even next day, or even next week. Or even at the end of the year. You like completing studies for you at the end of the fourth year, it's a bachelor degree, that's your tomorrow. If you commit throughout the journey, hard work is the beauty of life. You work hard, but you succeed. You don't work hard, if you wish for everything to happen in your life, sometimes you continue to wish unless luck happens to you. So in whatever you want to do, the priority here is your studies. Commit yourself, work hard. If it means you have to work hard together with your friends, by all means do so. Now the point will express it, you may come to here, look some survey from specialist in agriculture, fisheries or whatever. And in order to be the agent of change, we have to let go of some things in our life, including the negative attitude. Ini kamu kan background. Sampai online berdiri, kono ke, sampai tertunggu, sampai online start baik hati-hati. Around the group, spend under cement, smoke inside the classroom, drink a cup. They say your attitude determines your altitude. That statement is not something to be taken lightly. It's a relevant statement, it's applicable to life, and it's always been applicable to life. Reflect on yourself, where you come from, what are some of the things that you need to let go of to fit into the system, do so. For example, you can drink your house, you never can drink house, but when you come to here, it's a new environment. You have to let go of drinking on campus because the rule doesn't allow drinking on campus. And even though when a club, we can allow any misconduct. If you do so and you find yourself in some situation where you'll be penalized, we will by all means acknowledge the fact that you should be penalized because it's part of correcting you to be a good person. Anything that is done wrong and needs to be penalized, it should be penalized. This is the stand that we take, and this is the stand I support. I think the executive last year for the top anti Islam, namanya masuk display itu by me, sangat macam statistik yet. Women are going to talk, Mr. Sifuma, I'm going to have an invitation or attending another plan as well. So I'll end it on this note. Thank you once again for coming. We'll get to know each other throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singat. Let me move on to speeches. Number 2. Number 2 speaker bro Mimpla and sila naita no meeting so yeah. Okay, I think number 2 and number 3 speaker no come. So when we move down, low number 4 speaker baby, which about second speaker. Please put him on the plan. Pagano, President Law MSA 2022. Mr. Bill Foxy.
Tidak guy. Thank you, Lord. Executives or patron, take it is the time when you can have it meeting with yourself. We know, we went through the field, in the Foxy, is window building, records. We former student there, we taking material of sustainable international education, we go business. They come back to the technical officer to social department. So nobody started plan, but really start so much yet, but we start. So yeah, thank you. Thank you because I have plan as team plan to when I realize and building a strong core also. I will start on the agenda. Thank you, patiently plan, making plan. Wish you God best prosperity.
Okay, thank you, Foxy. Before you want to talk about, now you say this. Okay, so thank you, but you move on to keynote speaker Blumi or this plan night since you know that speaker again. So before looking out speaker come maybe talk online or backside, side, you know, menos orientation the media, di belakang mahkamah pusat box. seat staff di belakang. Sit down. Please. Thank you, come inside. Alvax. Pemagi, please, come inside. Space staff. Sorry, your opponent di belakang loading, but sorry, no, I don't call beginning. Bila sinatro na something is touching low. Sige, di belakang defending clear na sila. Okay, thank you. Mimigolo third and final speaker, keynote speaker Mimigolo tonight. Once Petron Mimigolo more students, coach na natablo ni tulong. So ka, please, padyan Mimigolo. Mr. Eric Sifuma.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm standing before you not by mistake. Just a very late na, kung natayari ko sa high school, hanggang high school, hanggang secondary na. We talking about friends ko rin. Ito, kami married ko rin. So, kami ko rin. So, standing here, I did not do this mistake. He was from class AU in his grade. Those days, 1980. I said, guys, I'm going to get married to someone from LA. Right? And, sorry, I'm acknowledging that my co-guest. Yeah, so I was just going to joke that standing here before you was intentional listen for me. I said, I'm going to be married to a LA, so actually, I'm not going to it's much from my post. I told them this year that, hey, look, I've more organized you so much that maybe this time we're going to be aligned towards the wedding people. Yeah? More organized, I've made them now become aware. More organized. So I decided to be associated with weddings this year. So I think it's the best moment I'm standing here before you. But thanks, Mr. Siva. Mrs. Imura. The husband just texted me. I called him today, Mr. Imura. We talked, hey, we decided on coaching what I'm going to do. Afternoon, I made a call. So he texted me and I said, I'm with the medical students. I'll call you later. All right, so I'm really serious. I want to get aligned towards the medical people. Is it good or bad? All right. Thank you, sir. Let me joke. Kids, I hope tonight I'm speaking to some people who could be like one class Siwa. Can you give me my hand? I know Mr. Bulang is not here. Mr. Bulang is not here. But I find both of them and Mr. Siwa very witty and very brilliant. Okay, and you, brother, it would be nice to have a lot of people from Medellin standing up here and talking to you as lecturers. Am I right now? Yeah, sit there in the crowd and pinch yourself and say, yeah, one day I'll call myself a lecturer. Okay, so Mr. Nice to know that you're a intro. All right, first students, I stand here in several capacities. I am comfortable to stand here because of several capacities. First one is that I am a parent. Okay. Is this good? Is this good? Which one? First one or second one? This one? Okay. All right. Yeah, I stand here before you as a parent. Okay. I've got 3 girls. Some are older than you. My youngest daughter is doing a final year in PhD. So I think I'm among kids who are like the same age as my kids. Okay, so I stand here initially as a parent. Now I need to I'm one. Okay, if you see me, I'm a parent. Okay. Professionally, I am the executive officer of the School of Sustainable Resource Management and Business Studies. Okay, Philip Foxy, your countryman, is together with me. But he will be in the Department of Tourism and Hospitality under the School of Sustainable Resource Management and Business Studies. It's a very long name. I also do some bit of lecturing. I also stand here, one of the things that I will say is from the years of being around. Okay, this is my 13th year. Initially, I was a director of student services. Now I'm doubling up on two positions. In terms of being a student, university student like yourself, I've been a student in 4 universities, graduated 4 times in 4 different universities. So some of the reflections that we make today, observations that we make today, comes from all these experiences and exposure. Am I right or yes? Good one, some of you are late. I've been asked to talk to a few people, and standing in front of kids like you is an honor. So, I've always been I've decided to, in the last few groups that I've spoken to, I've made some little notes. Okay? So, you don't just hear and forget, or I don't go away after tonight and think to myself, did I say the right thing? Did I make some sense? All right, so please pass some papers here. Pass it around. I'll just talk about two things, and I think you should take note of that. If you want to have a quicker look at it later, maybe make some copies. Okay, that's my reflection. But first of all, initially I must congratulate first students. So as you first semua tim here, simple global mau Medeng or mau adults here, we got congratulations and welcome. Among the many welcomes and many congratulations, let me add to it. Congratulations, you are privileged to be here among thousands of students. The last statistic I knew was about 34,000 retro students. That was about 3 or 4 years ago, not 4 years ago. 34,000 retros. The number of many has increased. So out of these 34,000, you should, consider that you're privileged to be attending the university. Okay? I am sure some of you will be the first in the family, maybe, or first in the clan to be a university student. Think about the context. Okay, so if you find yourself to be among the few, then the congratulations should matter to you. Look after that. All right, and those of you who made it back. Again, I must congratulate you. And I'm saying this on account of 2 kids. One is at university, and one sits at the market under my punishment. She didn't make it past 50, and she's under the punishment. So if you have made it back, congratulations again. All right. Mr. and Mrs. Kulang, good night. All right. Let me make reference to, I said I've got just 2 things to talk to you about. Just 2 things. Okay. If you find a piece of paper, if you get this, pass it around. We will make copies of this. Students, first one is what is in. And I think Mr. Wongklaus made reference to that. He alluded to some of the behaviors that you must have. So in here, the first thing is what is called the graduate employability attributes. The graduate employability attributes, and that's something I think should all take seriously. Sorry. First thing that I want to make reference to the graduate employability attributes, and that is from an authoritative source. Okay, it's from the World Economic Forum Skills Requirements for 2015 and 2020. Let me give you a quick background into this. World Economic Forum, it's an international agency. It puts up signposts, or it does organizations like universities and governments, okay, to design curriculum that should imbue, that should build, okay, that should help students develop these attributes. Okay, it is for 2015 and 2020. It is a signpost. Okay, signposts that universities everywhere, training institutions everywhere should take note of. They think that seeing the workplace environment, okay, the context of emerging issues, emerging trends, okay, for example, rising law and order perhaps, or maybe rising sea level, or perhaps lawlessness, or having ungovernable states. Look at what's happening in America. It's slowly becoming quite ungovernable. They are so highly democratized, democracy. One of my lecturers said, when democracy goes democracy, you have problems. So when you such context, organizations like the World Economic Forum looks at the type of attributes and tells governments to build in students like you some of these attributes. Okay, let me quickly quote some out. Alright, 1.2%. Students should be able to complex problem solving. They should have strong complex problem solving skills. Complex problem solving skills. Okay, they want the attribute. They want to see graduates with this attribute. The other one is critical thinking. Be a critical thinker. Be able to spend some moment think about the issue and then you act. A critical thinker. They want to see degree holders to be critical thinkers. Number one, to be able to be creative. You've got to be creative in whatever you do. Step out of your comfort zone perhaps and look for creative ways to solve an organizational issue. So creativity, in the larger sense, you've got to be creative in trying to solve issues. I don't know about you, but for me, let's hear you discuss. I think I'm going to talk without the microphone. Can you hear me at the back? Yes. All right, thank you. You've got to have one of the skills that they look for is negotiation skills. Negotiation skills. Aren, what do you need? From the passing to you, what do you now? Okay, instead of negotiating with the mouth, negotiating with the knuckle, please. I have seen enough of this to tell you, please, when you graduate from this place, be able to negotiate, be able to listen to us, okay, and solve problems. No wonder someone said that God was not wrong. God is not wrong 19 years, now one mouse. So we can listen more and talk less. You listen more and be able to create solutions, So you've got to have negotiating skills. You've got to have service orientation. This service minded. Which degree do you go now? This is about after every fortnight you go swipe a card. What do you make with the talent? What do you do with the money that you get? Sometimes be able to be service minded. Be able, to give others beyond your immediate jurisdiction of responsibility. Okay? What your words in terms of preference, as they say. Are you service-minded? Are you able to give others without getting all that credit? That's one attribute. Think about these things. Another attribute is to have people management skills. Be able to manage people. Mr. Siva talked about leader. If you look at the word leader, there are two words to it. Lead. When you begin to lead yourself, when people say that, he's leading himself, then they put ER to it. Lead is noun, ER, leader is a noun. So you first lead yourself, and then before we call you a leader. If you're going to lead yourself, who's going to make you a leader? First lead yourself. You've got to have good people management skills. I want that. I'm not reading for my language from the whole level before. You've got to have effective communication skills. Effective communication skills. They want to talk. Alright, for beginning, I'll be here for a little while. I'll say, wow, that's a nice skill. If we can start from the beginning to the end to speak in English, you've got strong communication skills. If you haven't, think about this. When can you develop communication skills? Actually in English. Amsterdam. So, an example of some attributes. Some attributes. If you don't develop some of these attributes, like for example, service orientation, or communication skills. I'll give you an example. If you forget this attribute, then perhaps you will remember this story. Remember, hear a story about a university graduate. After my MC degree program, and go office now again. They go to France, okay, big boy, university degree holder. One midday, he saw a ruggedly dressed man walk up the footpath towards the office.
And here's a university guy, he's got to be sophisticated and busy. Yeah, doing, small people who wait up on you. So this marketing dressed guy walked into the office and very quickly, when he came before him, he got his phone and started talking to the phone. And poor guy and Philip said, he didn't pick up my busybody. So he stood there humbly, waited for about 15-20 minutes. And then he put his phone down, and said, yes, man, what can I do for you? And this guy, the surprise in his face said, but sir, I'm here to fix your telephone. But sir, I'm here to fix your telephone. This university was so busy, looking so sophisticated, this one was there. And then I am down. And then I will say, but this guy said, hey, but sir, I'm here to fix your telephone. The telephone technician and found the problem fixing the phone. And this university, this body was speaking to a dead phone. Alright. I'm scared of okay, so first, you got to get a home. Think about what they're saying. Number two, about 10 years ago, I remember this speech. I probably attended more than 10 speeches, graduation speeches. 1990, I stood there, I sat there and listened to this. And I'm going to go now, I'll be done. He came in and said, I was right there. He said, listen. Let me classify people in at least 4 categories, 4 big categories. And I'm going to use human bones to talk about them. Let me describe some of these bones and see if you know someone. Or could it be yourself and describing in a bone? First one I'm talking about sin bone. Some society. Society, like symbol. I mean, how do you go? Maybe the symbol. They are pesky. They're pesky. They look dead. Yeah, they are either, not dead, not active. They're dead men walking. They're not interested about what happens around them. Okay, they are so self-absorbed. The symbols. All of this is what happens around them. They don't care. They say absorb that the only thing that they are worried about is themselves. That's called them symbol. I'm sure you know others. It's just a fish among. When you call, hey, Madam, meeting, or you plug up, you want them to help on Madam. They go around like that. Maybe get plug in their ears and they don't know what's happening around them. Symbol. Would you be one? Meron na bone yung problema ko sir, or knuckle bone. As knuckle bones, it's so easy to find them. Knuckle bones in any meeting, they don't add anything constructive, but constructive sorry making name or proposal. Lucy, when you not walk here, yeah man, you know that degree or you know that money. Lucy, it's idea ba na walk? Have you met some people like that? Yeah. All they do is walk of pride. Their society is some knuckle bones. For making names solo, idea, good idea for money. Knuckle bones. They know what I contribute to that.
Knuckle bones.
Talk, contribute less. Okay? Are you seeing something like that? They talk really fast and they think they are going to. So they are, we call them, don't work. Here is that by saying that the bedroom, they talk less. But if you speak, whatever you do, you go to soft, sit there less. You go to move there. They talk less, they do more. And if they are absent, you find them. If it's, their absence is, their absence will be resounding. You obviously you miss the presence, the echo. Maybe you hold the bones. No, become one of them. But according to these guys, the backbones that people are going to operation of welfare, prosperity, Amen. This one was meant for two. But when I look upon your story of him, you will realize in a stronger tomorrow. I thought maybe I should make just an idea of thinking in your consciousness. What bone do you want to be? Sin bone, toe bone, knuckle bone, or the back bone? If I were you, in fact, this is challenging me so much that I want to be a back bone. My standing here and rushing over there is just a personal indication of what I think I am responsible for. I want to be back. That's why I'm here. I spend time thinking about it. Certain things that you can do for your life.
Thank you, Mr. Sifuma. Nice plan, Toto. I think that copy produce the papers. That your friends plan. If you want copy, no problem. The nice speech. This once again, ini kan, I think, Mr. Sifuma. Okay, thank you. Let me move on to the next part of the program with me and fun games. So fun game, So yeah. Ini vice pres kopas di game like. I think bagian ini one rep lo one ya group. Nah, one keren. So